Sweet.
Yes.
Go for gold.
Yeah, I guess.
Hello,
yes,
everybody.
something.
Welcome to Out of the Cold. This is a D&D campaign I'm playing with my friends, and these are my friends. And intro dances for everybody.
Always.
Nyala, can you just roll me an initiative, please?
I rolled my initiative, and
sorry.
it was 5.
5. Okay, and yours, Arden, was 4.
6.
6. Okay, so nice and low, you guys. Lovely. So we'll just refresh where we were. So you had ventured beneath into the sewers of Kakanzax, and you were looking around, trying to earn yourself some gold and some tokens to get through the gates of Kaganzax and get inside to move on to wherever you wish to go, to maybe gain passage to Kareen for Arden, to maybe return home for Sin, and the rest of you doing your thing. Maybe find some answers to Maruk's strange flashbacks.
That no one knows about except me.
Apart from Maruk actually knows about. And upon that, you had gone into the sewers and cleared several blockages and managed to not get covered in goop and poo. However, when not cleaning the goop and poo, trying to just leap across the sewer edges, there were some slips and trips and bumps and falls, and then some showers underneath in the tunnels, offered by Sin, I believe, was washing the people that were covered in gunk down. And then you entered a certain chamber, and there was a voice in all of your heads eventually. First of all, just in Sin's head, saying, "I'm waiting for them to come out the little holes. Coming out the hole. I'm waiting for them to come out the hole." And upon hearing this, Sin plopped down into the sewage, which is the only way round into the next section, and saw above the water a tentacly thing poking out, and then went in further, and rising out of the water was a beast, an abomination of things, a great open maw. And that's where we're going to come into the game today. Okay, so Sin, you step down and take a step into the room, into this next chamber beyond the chamber you were in where you've left your friends, and then rising out of the water, excrement and slime dripping from this bulbous shape, and thick tree trunk like legs extending up, and then 3 tentacles that stretch up and above its head, one that seems to look and twitch and focus upon you, and the other 2 flailing loosely around in an enraged state. And this open mouth opens and roars at you, and a stench of rot fills your vision, and you guys, even outside of this little tunnel, there is a breath of hot, fetid air that comes out, filled with the stench and decay and just rotten things and detritus. And you are in initiative now. Sin, you are actually first in initiative. If you see this creature rise out of the muck, what are you going to do?
That's a good question. I have no idea. I don't. Oh, should I wild shape into my bear for big damage dealing, or? Nah, yeah, I'm alone right now. No one is with me, right? Everyone's like back at the entrance.
You jumped in on your own.
Yeah, but we actually have
I'm tied around rope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a rope tied around your waist. I'm holding on to the other end. And we've all just heard a roar from the other room, I presume.
Yes, you would have heard the bellow. Type thing.
Okay. So you are currently on your own.
Right. So yeah, for sure, I'm go ahead and wild shape into my bear. You know.
Bonus action. You are now a bear with rather fetching white eyebrows. Oh no, it's the wolf that's got the eyebrows.
No, the wolf is the Yeah.
I don't
for
know.
now.
I think maybe we should carry it through all of your creatures. They've all now got these kind of rather refined white eyebrows.
Does that mean the bear now has a rope tied around its waist?
Yes, but the
Oh,
rope,
that would be quite heavy.
the rope would actually probably
Snap.
snap because of the size change. Because Sin is quite a slight creature, the rope wouldn't magically expand. So the rope may. I'm thinking it's going to snap probably. Yeah, it snaps.
Right.
Right.
So the rope goes slack in your hands, Arden.
Okay.
And
Sin,
then what I'm gonna do is roar back and do my multi attack. If I'm not, yep, multi attack, and then that's stuff. What's the plus thing? So that's 25. No, 24 and 17
to
hit.
you 24 and 17. You hit and you hit.
All right, nice. And that's I should really like remember these. That's a D8 and 2D6s. All right. And that's 10, 11 plus 14. No, that's 15, 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. This thing rises up out of the water, and you immediately shape into a bear. So you're nearly the same size as it, and is it bite and claw, isn't it, with the bear or Morty? And you bite into it, and you swipe at it with your claws. It's sort of greenish brown flesh takes a mighty scar across it, and it reels back and continues its pursuit. Rook, it is now your turn. You hear a bellow from inside this space behind a wall that you just got this little narrow gap. What do you do, Maruk?
So I'm going to walk into the gap here.
Yes.
That is
Yeah,
15 feet. That's
Yeah.
half of my movement. I'm going to see this big ugly beastie.
Mhm.
I would like to rage.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to take my new fancy axe in my hand.
Yeah.
And I'm going to lob it at this thing, aiming right for the eyes.
You don't see traditional eyes
What?
where you would assume eyes would be upon this creature.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to aim for the head.
Okay.
Because you should always aim for the head. We learnt this from Avengers.
Okay.
I have a question for the walls. So is it like a big barrier of walls, like me and Angela and Arden can see Sin?
Now imagine that up from where to the northwest of the map, where Arden is, for example, all along that the northwest square that he's standing on is a solid wall from ceiling to floor.
So he can see Sin, no?
You can't see anything. You can only see Maruk now standing in a gap. You'd have to be down where he is to look through the space.
Okay. So we have to go down.
Yeah, everybody's got kind of squeezed through this small gap.
That is a 28 to hit.
Yes, you hit.
So, if I remember rightly, if you hit with a range attack using something, it does an extra 1d8. So that's 1d6, 3, 10, 1d8.
We still need to make constitution saves if we go in the water.
It's only if you fall in the goop.
Oh,
So
okay.
If it sprays at you when you are unblocking it.
Okay.
17 slashing damage and 4 radiant damage. And can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Okay, con save. What have I got to beat?
What did you get?
I'm just reading the thing. Do I get?
DM versus DM.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I got an 8.
So
Wow.
the creature is now petrified as icy magic encases their body.
Okay, so is that restrained? The same as restrained?
I think it like flavor. It's kind of like frozen.
Yeah. Okay. Petrified. Wow. Okay. Cool. And it's got to make that save at the beginning of its turn or end of its turn.
They may repeat a save at the end of each of their turns, ending the condition on a success.
Okay. I'm just going to check the condition of it and see what. Okay, go on. Yeah, so now we are at Nanyala.
Okay.
Uh,
So is Rook kind of blocking the whole of the sort of passage?
Rook is pretty much in the way.
So,
You might be able to squeeze by because you're.
well, I don't necessarily want to squeeze by. I just kind of maybe want to try and find a position. See the exact kind of it.
Is the wall breakable?
It's solid stone blocks. So it's going to be quite hard to break through.
Definitely not by Nanyala, but I'm wondering if I can find a position where I get a good shot. So sort of, I don't know, maybe.
Right, I'm muting you, Celia. Crisps are so loud.
I'm jealous of them. I want crisps.
Yeah, you could try and move back into the room. You have advantage on the creature because it's petrified, but you'd have disadvantage because you're shooting past Rook in a narrow space, so it'd be a regular roll. So
but I think I've got my feet is sharpshooter. Taking it a long way.
So yeah. So
I ignore any
cover
cover.
nothing.
Well, I ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
Okay, so you'd still get it as advantage then. Yeah, you'd be able to shoot with advantage because you'd ignore the cover that Rook would be providing, and then you'd get the advantage of it being petrified in a non-moving object.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot at all of our discussion just for
such a great feat.
I'm gonna shoot at. Let me just get a fancy new bow, because I don't think I added it on. I haven't actually added it.
Crafted it. Well, no worries. It takes a little while to do those things. They're a bit fiddly.
Well, Sin very helpfully sent me like a full tutorial breakdown, and I only just remembered. Oh, crap! I haven't done that. Okay, so. Well, I think it doesn't. Right, I think this will still work. I think that I've done it right here. I just need to make sure that I... Right, let's just see if I hit first. 16?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I do one... So new bow is 1d8 plus 2 piercing. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, because I had a different plus on my old longbow. I wonder if that old plus is no longer... relevant is just this +2.
You get the +2.
Yeah.
Your damage.
Yeah.
Plus, you'd normally get your normal plus, which I believe is your dex.
Dex modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I have done it right on D&D Beyond, this janky version that I did before Sin gave me a better version of crafting it. So this
you get your dex modifier, which is just your normal thing for firing a regular weapon. Then you get what the magic item grades to, which is your +2.
Okay, cool. So this is correct. If I roll this, then that should be how much I hit. It's not great. 7.
7. The arrow shoots towards the creature and hits the kind of frozen
Hunter's mark.
creature sticking inside it. But you think as you look that the frozen shell of this creature has actually protected it as well.
So the petrification. Yeah.
Hunter's mark.
I propose, since it's frozen, we just jump on it and we use as the ladder behind.
You've got whatever you want to do. It is its turn. What's the DC, George?
Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna
Okay.
Hunter's Mark.
Okay, Hunter's Mark it as your bonus action.
Oh, why did I press that? I'm sorry. I pressed a button.
Randomly rolling dice.
I'm just hearing boop, boop.
Oh, I pressed
Roll 20.
fast.
The DC is 13.
Okay. The outer, so it can't move until the end. Is it the end of its turn? Did you say, George, for your spell?
Yeah.
For your effect. So the casing on this creature sloughs away. The arrow drops to the floor, and it roars and bellows again. It is now Arden's turn. You have a slack rope in one hand.
Okay. Noticing that everybody around me has decided to go ham, I shall do so as well. And I will jump in and or climb in carefully and try and squeeze past Rook.
Mm-hmm.
I will run up to the side of the creature, or try to run around the
Flank.
kind of the other side of it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether we're doing flanking rules or not, but
You can flank. Yeah.
sweet. I will flank it then.
Just check your measurement on it though for your movement, please, because you're going to move a bit slower past Rook.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 50 feet of movement. So
Oh yeah, you're fine. Yeah, I'll keep forgetting.
even
you're
if
not
it's
there, so yeah, go for it.
is this count as difficult terrain or not?
Not in where you are. Actually, where you've walked to, the water is deeper, but you'd still get into it. But you're up to your.
I'd still have enough movement.
You're
Yeah,
up to you're up to nearly in your waist in this. To you lower your chest, your arms are out. Your arms are free, but your movement is restricted.
okay. I can deal with that. That's fine. I don't plan on
Down
going
as
anywhere.
you walk into that space. There is floor beneath you. That's where you think this creature might have been crouching in this hollow.
Cool. Right. So for starters, what I will do is bonus action, hit it with the Acheron blade. So that is a dirty 20 to hit.
Use.
So this is going to be a disheartening strike. So it has disadvantage now on the next. So that's because this is a bonus action. I don't get my modifier. I believe that's how two-hand weapon fighting works.
You just get your standard damage roll.
Yeah. So that's 5 damage.
Okay.
But it has the next saving throw it has to take. It rolls at disadvantage.
Okay.
And then with my main attack, just double checking that that's correct. When you hit a creature with an attack using this weapon, you can fill the target with an unsettling dread. The target has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn. The creature ignores this effect if it is immune to the frightened condition. Is it immune to frightening?
It is immune to frightened.
Good. Okay, so in that case, in my other hand, I'm going to have the Spritewood Warrior's Blade. And I am going to take a big old slice of sunlight at it. Yeah. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
26.
Mother, yeah. Well, that's at disadvantage. At disadvantage because it's a saving throw.
Oh, I lost my dice. Hold on. It gets a 9.
That's a fail. So it takes 2d6 of radiant damage. I believe. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d6 plus 2 radiant damage. Okay, so I'm going to roll 2d6s. Oh, that's a 6 and a 5. So that's 11. That's 13 radiant damage in total.
13. Yeah.
And yeah, that will be my
Turn.
Yeah,
So is that
that's my-
effect now?
that's
It's
my
only
turn.
its next saving throw. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's only on the one saving throw. It's only on
Lovely,
its
okay,
next one, so that's done now.
Nialo, it's your turn.
My turn. So I am going to pick somewhere here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to pick here to cast a spell on the creature.
Mhm.
And which one is it?
Toll the dead.
Yes.
Is it wisdom? Is that wisdom or con? I can never remember.
Wisdom.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Oh, sorry. Uh, 18.
Yeah, pass.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do as a bonus action, let me see. I am going to use my telekinetic shove. And I am going to attract it to me.
Okay, I'm going to try and.
It's by 5 feet, so you have to do me a strength saving throw.
Okay. 16.
Pass 2.
Okay, so you focus your magics on the creature and attempt to toll its death, and then try to pull it towards you, and it just holds firm. The magical energies surround it, and it doesn't move an inch in this sludge. We're back up to the top, Sin. We're ready for you to do some stuff.
Okay. Don't. Yeah. The only thing I can really do is just do my multi attack. That's a
I
bad.
just feel tonight our team is gonna be lucky.
Right. I'm just doing my multi attack.
Yeah.
That's 14 and 16.
14, 16 both hit. Yeah.
Yep. Nice. And then that's a whoop. Lost the dice. Give me a minute.
It's okay.
Alright. And that's 4, 7, 7, 7. That's 11, 15 points of damage.
15. Lovely.
And do I? And no, yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
So how much damage was it? Sorry, Sin?
14 or 15?
14. Yeah.
All right.
15. You said. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Got it. Yeah. So now we're at Rook.
So I'm going to leave the axe embedded in this thing. I'm going to take out my warhammer, and I'm going to come down to here.
Cool.
And I'm going to recklessly attack at this thing with my warhammer. So that is a 17 to hit.
You're there.
Where are my D10? There's my D10. That's not great. 1, 8. That is 8. That's bludgeoning damage. Yeah, 8 bludgeoning damage plus 3 radiant damage.
Okay. This creature bellows as you slam it with the warhammer. Its tentacles flailing everywhere. Nan, it's your go to see if you can defeat this foul aberration.
Okay. Sure. Okay. There's not a lot else I can do. Let's see.
The creature.
Yeah.
Like a dog lapel.
Well,
Doggy lapel. Is that to hit 12?
No. Okay.
Okay, arrow streaks past. It is now the creature's go. It has Sin in front of it. It goes to at Sin, first of all, with its bite.
Don't you need to make the save because it's still petrified because my axe still bedded in its head?
No, it made the save.
Is it?
Made the save at the end of its first turn, yeah.
Oh, I thought it failed it.
No, it made it failed the save when you hit it, but then it came to its turn. It made the save.
Oh, my bad.
And after Nan shot it and got it, it was resistant to the damage that Nan did. And it did make an action in its turn, so it wasn't a very exciting turn for it. It just was trying to struggle out of this petrification.
Okay. Never mind, ignore me.
13 to hit, Sin.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you do it? 16 damage.
Good thing I'm the tank.
And you need to make me a con save.
Nine.
You don't make the con save, so you are now poisoned. And this is not this is a long-term one, so it's not every turn. It's every 24 hours. You must attempt to cure this poison without an antidote, and it reduces your hit point maximum, not just your hit points. So by 1d10 every time you fail the save.
Okay, but I'm a bear, so would that transfer into?
It transfers into more into Sin's form. Yeah.
Ah.
That's really, really dangerous.
The target dies if you are reduced to 0 hit points by it. This reduction of the target hit points maximum lasts until the disease is cured. You are not just poisoned; it's a disease. Okay, and the other ones are going to go one for Arden and one for Rook. And I lose my dice off the table. So the first one going at Rook is Arden. Sorry, is 19.
That hits.
Okay. So you take 19 damage. And you are grappled.
Are you down yet?
No, but I think we're in serious trouble here if it can deal that kind of damage with a multi-attack.
And now with its other one on Rook, and it's a 16. No, didn't get Rook. So
nope.
You see the creature bite down on Sin's bare form, and the odor of its breath is kind of, and saliva is dripping into the wounds of Sin's bare form. You see Arden get slashed at and then wrapped up in one of the tentacles. It is now and is now grappled by the creature. It is now Arden's turn. You can try and escape the grapple with
Question, DM.
strength.
If I shove it with telekinesis,
Mhm.
would it lose its grapple on Arden? So it could just push violently.
Probably not. You could try and free it from. You can maybe target the tentacle. Maybe that might be something to do. So Arden, it's yes,
I can escape grapples using dexterity, I believe, using acrobatics.
yeah. It's either strength
If
or
I remember the
or
mechanic
dex with a
correctly.
monk, I think.
Yeah, but
It's
that's me
not
that
just a
have your
monk. I
ring.
think it's with a grapple. It's the person who's doing the grappling has to do a strength check, but the person who's being grappled can do
Dex or
either
strength.
acrobatics or athletics to get out. So I will do. That is a 21 to escape.
You are wrapped up in this creature, and then you bust your way out of its tentacle.
Okay.
And,
So that's my action to do that, yeah?
that would be your action to do that. Yes.
Okay. In that case, Jesus Christ, I am gonna run away. I am running away.
You've got an expeditious retreat or whatever it's called.
No, I've got the mobility feat, so.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, no. I'd still take an opportunity of attack if I choose to run away because mobility only works if I've punched it first.
No, you haven't knocked it in the head yet.
Hang on. I might have something that
So
can
in
help
that
you there.
case, I'm going to bonus action, and I'm going to spend a key point.
Yeah.
To do Step of the Wind.
Yeah. Okay.
Which gives me the disengage action.
Yeah.
As a bonus action.
Yeah.
So key point, Step of the Wind, bonus action, disengage, run away.
Okay.
How many feet?
And I'm just going to back up to
I
this
have
corner here.
completely been ignoring my sentinel feat.
But that only happens on. Oh yeah, you get an
Within-
opportunity of
yeah.
attack on anything that's.
Anything that
If it attacks anything.
anything near me, like allied, I get an
A
melee
reaction.
weapon attack as a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not within 5 feet of you.
You're not anymore. No.
No.
And Sin is not within 5 feet.
Oh, okay.
Of the creature.
So
Never
we'd
mind.
have to be
I haven't been
next to each other, basically.
You'd have to be, like shoulder.
Never mind. I've not been ignoring it. I didn't need to use it.
Yeah, that's what happened, of course. Niala, it's your go.
It's my go, so I am going to try to fry this motherfucker.
Yeah. Fry it.
So, firebolt. Oh boy. It's a 6. I don't hit.
Fire screeches across and explodes some excrement in the corner. It smells foul. It's now Sin's turn.
Wait.
Oh, and this got bonus action. Sorry.
I am going because I want it to be pushed away this time.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
So do me a strength save.
Yeah, it makes it. It got 13. Yeah, it got a 13 on its roll, plus a 5. So yeah, it's above.
Okay.
Bad shots today, Niala. So Sin, your go. You are up next to it. You're feeling pretty grim. You're on mute as well.
My bad.
Sorry.
Fuck. How much points did it do to me? 16, right? When they attacked me?
Yeah. Are you still in bear form?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
It just took like half of my HP right there. It's fine. And I got another wild shape, so I'll be fine too. Yeah. Again, just my multi-attack to do as much damage as I can.
Yeah, go for it.
Start. Wait. 19
19's got it.
and natural 20.
Oh, yeah, got it. Definitely.
Nice. Oh shit. What's the first attack?
Bite, then claw, I think, isn't it? It goes.
Yeah. All right. So the bite is 1d8. 12 points for the bite, and for the claw, is it claw? Yep.
Yeah.
Be 7, 14 plus 6, 20. Wait. 14 plus 4, 18. 18 points, not 20, 18.
You bite into it where it bit against where it sunk its teeth into you. You bite back against the creature, and then you swipe it. And as you swipe, you take the central tentacle off of this creature. It wiggles off and screams, and a huge gush of ichor squirts out the top of this thing like some sort of eldritch fountain, and it sinks into the slop and mud, and the creature stops moving just with a few twitches of these extended tentacles.
Wow.
Twitching.
That's all?
Can I kind of summon my axe back?
Yeah, as it's sinking in, it comes into your hand.
Thanks.
Are you okay over there?
And that's everything I can do as a bear, so.
There's a rather sickly looking bear with a wound on its shoulder that is already beginning to turn gangrenous, it seems.
Yeah, you should do something about that sin.
Sinja goes, yeah, so you, the room that you are in now, you are standing just inside. There is a body floating down. You can see a ladder running up to another one of the vents that you've previously witnessed. The ladder runs up about 25 feet up. Make a perception check for me. Who's in there? We'll get Sin. Actually, you'd see it straight away with your passive because it's ridiculous, isn't it? You Sin, you see where towards the back half of the room there, towards the right. You notice that there, like sort of here, there isn't a completely solid wall. There is a crevice in that wall. Just sort of black, you can't really see. It's like two pieces like this, but you can definitely see that there's a space between. It's obviously your choice if you want to share that with the rest of the gang. Rook, you are in there also, and Arden is in there too. So Arden, from where you are, you can't see this crevice, but you do see the ladder. Rook, you also see the ladder in the vent above. The sort of mission that you've been sent in here to clear the gutters. What would you like to do, folks?
Do you reckon we should clear this last gutter? If there's any nasty stuff in there?
I am not swimming in this. Either we search for something, either we get out.
Arden, from where you are, you realise that the centre of the room, so sort of 5 feet in and all the way up to the ladder and up to the back wall, is deeper water, is water up to your chest. So to get to the ladder, you'd have to wade chest high in the...
Is it deeper where I currently am?
No, around the edges, it's shallower. It kind of comes up
Okay.
like a just natural rock formations coming up to the side.
How deep is it
Right.
exactly?
It's up to Luke's sort of chest, probably your mid, just below your sort of your stomach, maybe.
So is this thing dead now, or
That thing is sunk into the water and is dead.
it is? It is.
Oh, I
It's
killed
not
it.
moving.
It stopped moving. It's dead. Yeah, you killed it. Sin.
Oh, I thought oh
I'm I'm a bit skeptical because there wasn't like a how do you do this?
yeah, like
was
I
just,
just thought like
It was just like a, oh, it's dead.
yeah, I did
Oh.
it.
No, it's dead. It's dead.
Oh,
No DM trick.
I
That-
hope
but-
so.
But that thing was just the child.
yeah. Because you just said, oh, I just like
Quite a
took off,
lot
like,
for something that went down in 2 rounds.
yeah, I was not ready for that. Oh no, I thought we were
Sorry.
still fighting. I'm like, oh, how am I gonna tell them that when I'm like, in the middle of a fight? You know, it's like,
Sorry, no. What were you gonna say?
What? Sorry, no. Pete did ask Sin what they were going to do, right?
Yeah. So Sin
Did
Yeah.
Okay.
he's sinking into the depths and kind of bits of it are like sticking out, and there's twitches from the tentacles, but it is.
nah,
It's
I
dead.
just don't know whether I trust it or not.
yeah, like, I'm gonna go back to the body and start like tearing it to shreds. I do not trust anything down here. I'll
Just really, I don't know what it is about it, but I just don't trust it.
no, I just start ripping everything to shreds. Anything that I can find about the thing we just fought.
Should we take a piece of this creature? Do we want to?
Oh hell
tell
no!
Our
I-
employers.
To be fair, I think that might be a good idea.
I
Better than
Come
evidence
on.
of
rip
something
off
that
like
we
the head,
have
right?
to deal
And it
with.
went flying.
Sorry. Let's have Arden. Sorry, it went all crazy there.
I agree with Nan. I don't think we should return without evidence of what we've had to deal with, especially considering it was pretty deadly. Maybe it might
Cool.
get us a little bit of a higher pay grade if we can show them something. So
Sin.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Sin, let's have you. I didn't hear what you said because it all went overlappy.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. They were shredding something in the kitchen, so
Arden was suggesting that you take a part of this creature away as evidence for the your bills. Get your bills.
I mean, you still have the tentacle, no?
The tentacle's in the water.
yeah, it went flying right when I was like,
You swiped it off with your claw. It flew off and into the kind of deeper part of the water.
Let's just chop another tentacle off.
Okay, so how deep did you say it was?
It's in
It's
there
only
for
waist
your
deep where you're
stomach,
standing.
basically. I reckon the way you'd go into it, so you could probably get a handle on it, or there's part of it is still exposed in this pool because it's quite a big creature. It's large.
And then did you say like it had a head for a tentacle for a head? Or did like
It has like a sort of oval body like this, and then has 3 tentacles that come out of that body.
Just take a tentacle.
yeah, I'll go back to my half elf form and just start connect. Are there only 2 on the body?
There's 2 left on the body, and one that's like you've already hacked off with your bare claw.
Keep in mind what you can carry.
How heavy are they? Like, are they like big or like?
They're quite long. They're sort of about 5 foot.
Oh damn! Okay.
Yeah.
With a kind of circumference, sort of about like this.
Oh,
Just
okay. That's
cut
what I
off the
figured.
top 2. Cut off the top 2 feet. They're the deadliest bit. Just so
Yeah,
we can
it's
show
like
them.
just the tip, just like the first.
Just the tip.
Yeah, just the tip.
To do so, you step into the place. Now you're not in bear form. You are up to your like armpits in this fetid filth. You need to make a survival check to see if you can harvest just the tip.
Oh, this is the best. Sure. Hey,
Right,
you have
right.
plus 7. All right. That's 15, 20, 22.
Yeah, you harvest the finest tip.
Stop saying tip, please.
You're just encouraging it now, Pete.
Yeah, come on.
Well, last week was just like, well, it was just all like this.
Different characters, all right? Different characters on Saturday, different campaign.
Which is coming soon.
Hey.
I'm just going to enter the thing and just look around a bit to
Mhm.
see if I.
Do a
I just
perception
get-
check for me, Niala, to see if you see this crevasse. Actually, Muruk and Arden can as well.
Did I just get one tip
Oh,
or
what?
2?
You just
Perception
got
was
the, you got the one you were going for. Perception, Muruk.
Just one? All right.
And same with Arden and Niala.
How do I
9.
have that? Did I just put tip
You
of a
don't-
monster?
9.
You don't see it. 9, you don't see it.
Tip
9.
of a monster.
But I have a
Oh,
passive
got 9.
perception of 15.
No, it's quite secluded. This thing. It's not on the right angle for you to see. Sin, you can put it as an OTUG tentacle. It's OTYUHG, I think.
Oh, wait. I'm not ready. I spell that again?
OTYUHG or GUH. Hold on.
Tentacle?
OTY.
Tentacle.
Why does that sound like it's slightly
Yeah.
demonic?
OTY.
We've seen.
Well, I did sense aberrations, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, you did. It's demonic. Oh no. Well, no,
Hi.
demonic would be
Bam.
fiendish, though, wouldn't it? Not aberration.
Yeah.
Bam. All right. So I just got the one. One is enough, right? Just like the one tentacle.
One tentacle is fine. That's all we need. We don't need
tentacle is
one. One tentacle isn't enough. The second one isn't going to make any difference.
DM,
Tentacle's a tentacle.
can I scope out the rest of this area? Didn't you say that in this bigger area there was like a really deep hole?
Where you are now, when you walked in the first time, you realised that similar to the area beyond, you can't tell how deep it is after 5 feet of standing in this sludge.
Right. Okay.
So the closer we get to the ladder, the deeper and deeper it gets to the point where we'd have to swim to get to the ladder.
All that area there, you can sort of just about make out the bottom, Arden. Where Nan is, 5 feet around the edge, there seems to be a stand.
On the other side. Oh, yeah. I remember what you said. Yeah, no, that's really
in the
deep.
centre of that area over there, it is. It's some deep poop.
Yes, I remember. 2 different sections. Okay. Arden is going to make his way over to the ladder, and he's just going to climb to the top and have a peek at what's at the top.
Okay. You as you go around the edge, you realise that you've got to get into the stuff to kind of get on the ladder.
He'll just swim.
And you swim across, and you climb up, and you're confronted with another similar thing, just blocked with random detritus.
Oh, great.
Can I? These are
just.
All right.
Sorry, Sin. Go on. So you did have your hand up, and I didn't say to you. What's on?
What were you telling me about the wall? I noticed something about the wall. What was it?
To the right of the ladder, you see that there is a small crack in the wall.
A crack?
Like there's 2 pieces like this, but the way that it's angled to you, you just make out the slight difference in the depth perception of it.
Is it would it be big enough for somebody to go round and through, or would it have to be something that would have to be malleably made?
But none of you have seen it apart from Sin. So
apart from Sin,
I'm going straight there just to see what's up with all that.
We'll finish with what Arden's doing. So it's about here, Sin.
Oh wait, I did see where. Oh, from where I'm standing. Okay, yeah, all right, got you.
So you're pretty much Arden again. You see like this thing just blocked with.
Arden will just pull up his sleeves and get to work.
Okay. Can you do a strength then, please?
I'm not good at strength.
Don't forget to jump.
I mean, that was an 8, so...
No, it doesn't budge, but make me an investigation check.
Oh, I'm not good at that either. That's not bad, 15.
You try and remove some of the goop, but you pull away this hunk, but in your hand as it kind of liquidizes, you open up your hand with something solid in the middle of it, and in it there is a ring.
Oh,
and the ring you estimate
nice.
probably be about 200 gold pieces worth of ring.
Sweet. Pocket that.
A chain.
And
Oh, you could give it to Darvo to help start him on his life, or not. It's fine.
he is a charity case.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You're standing up the ladder, Muruk and Sin, you're kind of out of the line of sight. Celia and Muruk see Arden struggling to clear this vent.
Berg, just go help him.
Or kind of
He's just a human.
walks up to this ladder, kind of out of the way.
That is offensive.
I'm half human too, okay? Chill. God, wow.
Yeah, but you're an elf too, so...
Yes, and also, look at the size of your arms compared to mine. Kind of just flexes a little bit.
Of course he does.
Way to go,
Arden's going
Gramps.
to try and make a point at that, and he's going to take out his pole and give it a good whack to try and get more out of it, just to try and prove a point that even though he's a human, he could probably do it.
Okay.
Taking out his pole and whacking it with his pole, is he?
Okay, give it a whack.
Filthy people.
You started it. You started it.
Okay, that's a 19.
So that hits it. Can you roll me a bit of damage for me?
It's just the inner anger.
Would he get rage damage with that?
What kind of attack? Just to
What?
should I say a quarterstaff attack?
Yeah, quarterstaff.
How do you become even a barbarian?
Lots and lots of anger issues.
9 damage.
It shifts. Some of the water starts coming through.
Rook will just kind of take out his spear and just between.
I jumped down.
Yes, kind of just.
I don't want to be in mid-flow.
Just as Arden jumps out of the way, just stab it with a spear.
Strength.
Strength. That is 16.
No, it doesn't shift this one. You jab at it and it doesn't shift, and Arden has moved it a little bit.
I'm going to stab it again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep on stabbing it until I fucking hit the thing. 22.
Yeah.
Excellent. So it's 1d. Where are all my dice? That is 11 damage.
The passageway clears. Arden and Muruk, please make dexterity saving throws.
But I jumped up. Oh, okay.
It's happening again, guys. It's happening again.
No.
That's a dirty 20.
You are. You're not prone. And
in the water.
Yeah, into the water. And then you've got to make a con check for me.
Oh no! Not more con checks.
Diarrhea up the nose.
Oh God.
Oh, Muruk.
Go back to saying tip instead of diarrhea up the nose.
Sorry, Muruk.
7.
Poisoned.
10. Can you heal the guy, please? I
Uh,
just know the feeling.
What did you get on
She's
your
got a
dex?
disease herself.
Arden, what did you get on your dex?
I got a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, you leap out of the way of this pile of effluent, and you just see Muruk get showered, blasted back into the center of the room by this extremely bunged up thing, fall into the sewage, take a great mouthful, and come up looking rather green.
So much for just a human,
You're just a human.
Okay,
And you know why I say this.
you
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 haven't
have the-
proved anything to me for now, so
I just look over to Sin and realise that she's having a look at the wall.
yeah, you can probably now work out.
Sin,
that-
what are you doing?
Nothing for now. Just, admiring.
That doesn't
The
sound very
homework?
convincing. You're not a very good liar. What are you doing?
Checking the wall. I'm checking the wall.
For what? It's a wall.
hey Sin, Muruk
Yeah.
just got the poop shower.
What did I notice about the wall again? That there's a crevice?
Like a crack, a crevice at least.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now that you're closer, you can see that in this crevice, just above the waterline, it's like a triangular gap and a little space. Make an insight check. We're going to say a wisdom check. Wisdom.
Insight, not investigation.
18.
You think this might be the hole that the beast was communicating to you telepathically.
Huh?
What?
The creature
Like-
was saying to you said telepathically, saying, "I'm waiting for them to come out the hole." You believe this might be the hole that the creature was talking about.
All right,
Waiting for
I-
us to go in
I
that
tried
hole.
to look in. Like, is there, like, can I, like, look in? Like, to see what's.
You can peer,
What's in there?
as you peer down, you see a very narrow crawl space on your front, hand over hand, on crawling down. You might be able to make it down this passageway.
Mm,
And it leads down sort of northeast-ish if you were looking at this map, like sort of up and to the right. But it's actually traveling down further underground.
I'm gonna pick at Sin's shoulder and I'll be like, what you got?
Okay, so you move up, you end up in the slush up to your chest. You wade across. You look over Sin's shoulder. You see Sin peering into a what appears to be some sort of tunnel of some sort.
and I can see how far it goes down, or like, like.
Rook, you can take an action and stand up.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You okay, Rook?
Sin, would you like to disinfect the bugbear?
I can't. I'm sick.
Right.
Rick's sick. I used to fixing up you, and then.
I'll be fine. Don't you worry.
Look,
And
let's
it's
just get back to the pumping station, finish the job, and get out of here.
And it's every 24 hours, right? When I lose 1d10?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be good. Because if it's like every hour, oh, I'm fucked. I'm
Okay.
good. All right, I'm good. Yeah, I want to just tell Arden and Nan. They're next to me, right? They're like
They're in
looking at the same hole.
Yeah, Nan's standing across the room in the kind of entranceway to this place.
Oh, I meant Nyala.
Niala's next to you. You described the tunnel, small narrow crawl space, very tight for a a person of your dimensions to fit through. Probably impossible for a creature of Maruk's dimensions to fit down.
You calling me fat?
Can I try
Yeah,
something?
Yeah.
I have actually 2 quarterstaff. So what I'm going to do is get out the 2 of them, put them in the crevices, and just try to
Leverage it
enlarge
open.
the hole.
This is quite solid rock. You don't think that this can move. Like the walls have been so far built of this brick and stone. A stone bricks, sorry. Where you've reached here is some sort of natural kind of edifice, like a stone wall. So it's not flexible in a way that a quarterstaff would damage. You'd have to do some. Make an insight check, a wisdom check, Niala.
Wisdom.
Can I wild shape to a badger and just go in? I was like,
I have no desire to go crawling into any more tunnels. Can we please move on?
I think he's already done it.
I got a
He's already
7.
done it.
yeah, I redid it. I wild shape into a badger and I went in.
A 7, did you say? You don't understand how this could have been formed. Sin, you move down into the tunnel in your badger form and you crawl for a little. You crawl for 5 minutes. The tunnel turns to the left, traveling further away from where your friends are, deeper and deeper and deeper. Make a perception check.
It's kind of giving me Junji Ito vibes. Do you know? Oh, maybe you don't know that reference.
30-20?
You hear in your badger's form, your snout picks up something ahead of you. You hear what sounds to be the clattering of possibly weapons.
And I can't see anything? I have a dark vision of 30 feet as a badger.
You can't see from where you are, but you hear echoing through this kind of tunnel. Maybe about 2 feet, 3 feet wide, this place.
All right, I go back.
Okay.
I go back.
Can I try to fit inside?
You could crawl hand over like have you ever seen like Propullo go potholing where they have to be on their bellies and crawl through the narrow spaces? Like it's going to be like
It's
that.
like my
Oh
worst.
yeah, like it's like in Die Hard 1 when John McClane has to crawl through the vent.
Yeah, you're going to be like that. Yeah. So Sin, you return. You see this badger's little pink nose pop out of the thing, and Sin appears out of this little tunnel.
And I want to take back. And that's like, nah, what did I hear? Like, just like
You
a
heard the
bunch
clattering of like wooden sticks and the clanking of metal.
like them trying to scare me off, or like just them just getting ready. Or I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, right?
You wouldn't know.
All right. Yeah, I tell them what I heard. Could be
You're a badger.
something, maybe not. Oh fuck! I go back into my
He did
half
say-
elf form.
Hey,
Just badger just comes out going. Just like.
I just jump just after her.
And yeah, I don't know what it could be down there exactly. It could be, like a mini race or like a subterranean race like we had with the mushrooms, or could be people hiding down here.
I don't really want to find out. I don't really care. Let's just do our job and get into the city.
Too late.
Oh wait, did they tell us about the pump thing?
Yes, we have to put
yeah,
the pump back on.
You have spoken about that. Niala, you are wedged in this tunnel. You are moving at half speed. You see Niala jump down this tunnel and start crawling along. Niala, you follow the route. You get to the junction where you sort of turns to the left. this is most difficult for you to traverse, and the tunnel is very, very small. Make your perception.
I got a 9.
You don't hear anything as yet. Do you want to continue on?
Yeah.
Okay. You continue on through the tunnel, and you're peering out through this. Just all you can see ahead of you is like a circle shape like this that vanishes into darkness, and the greyness is sort of the shades of grey that you see, and with your dark vision, pick up the edges of the walls, but nothing but blackness, 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 and then it opens up and drops in front of you.
Like,
There is a straight drop down in front of you.
I'm just going to.
You see that there is a rope ladder attached at the end of this passageway. So it's kind of like this, and then there's a rope ladder that drops down from it. You look down into a cavern, and you see goblins. Lots of them.
This is going to be a bit difficult to do it by myself, but I can't exactly just go back.
You are now basically stuck facing one way in this tunnel, just peeking out.
You'd have to bum shuffle back.
And that's
Yeah,
like,
I'm
what,
just
a quarter
I'm just
speed?
going to go back just a bit,
Mm-hmm.
enough for to reach back you guys and to tell you this. Okay, I went through this, and there's goblin.
Get out of there. Come back.
No.
Hold on, you
No.
haven't made it back yet. So you start shuffling backwards. Can you make a stealth check for me, please?
I can try. 15.
Okay, hold on. You start backing up the tunnel, trying to be as quiet as you can, and you don't hear any change in the noise of the creatures below. You hear their harsh little staccato voices barking at each other, and then there's a cheer, yeah! Of them, and then you hear like the clash of swords, and then you hear one voice that's kind of orating, you assume, like sort of talking to the group of them, trying to hype them up, basically. And you manage to squeeze your way gradually back up the tunnel, and you guys suddenly see these cat paws emerge backwards out of this tunnel, and you and wiggle its way back out, and you're back out.
Help!
Grab her by one paw and I just pull.
Mm-hmm. Slides out. She's quite slick with sewage, so the movement's quite easy to do.
Can we go now?
No, there's goblin.
And
And
what do
if
you want
there's
to do about
goblin,
it?
there's treasure.
That is
I
not
know
true.
this. That is
Goblins
true.
Take all
Maruk,
sorts of shit.
Hmm?
That is not true.
that is true.
What?
Where there's goblin, there's treasure.
Not necessarily. Where there's goblins, there's bad shit.
We
Trust
can just-
me, I know.
Goblins, can we just inform them on the way out? That's not our job.
No, we may be missing something.
No, our job is to come in here, clean the sewers, and fuck off.
Nan.
I am
Same.
tired. I want a comfy bed, and I want to get out of this place.
I certainly don't like being underground.
No.
You are no fun.
Okay. So
I'm okay with that.
When was this about fun?
This is about getting paid and getting into the city. We can have fun once we're in the city. We can go and investigate your goblins as much as you want when we're in the city. But for now, we're trying to get into the city.
Tell
We
some
are
Assign
in
me
the
job it is
city.
to
We are in the city sewers, technically.
But we're not in the actual city. I need to lie down because I'm shattered.
So you're saying that we are outside city, while this thing is the property of the city.
If there are goblins, how many? And maybe we need some help. So perhaps it is.
Arden turns around and just starts walking and leaving. Fuck.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
There's a minimum of 3. Not like we can't take them.
Yes, but think about it. I can't fit in the hole. Pretty sure Nan and Arden probably wouldn't fit in the hole. No offense to you guys.
Arden stops, turns around, walks up to the hole, and just shouts down the hole, "Oi, you little green bastards, get your asses out here!"
okay.
Why?
I keep walking. Nothing with
And
that.
then just waits, listens.
Make a I don't know, intimidation, I guess. So you want to try and intimidate them, get them to come out.
Oh, well, yeah, with
I
my
was gonna say
mind.
performance to see if.
To be honest, considering I have a -1, I rolled a natural 19, so that's 18.
Hey.
Yeah, so you start hearing a clattering in the tunnel.
Stuff the monster in the crevice. Stuff the remains in there.
Can I just try to? I just put my hand in the hole and cast firebolt.
Yeah, you can.
I just have the biggest grin right now.
Fish in a barrel.
Why am I
Yeah,
even
you-
entertaining this?
Oh, 22.
Yeah, you hit a goblin with a 22.
And
Like,
this is
since just walking away, she's already like
4
gone.
fire damage.
Okay. Can you also roll a d20 for me? Just straight d20.
Mm,
I was getting them to come out, and then you go and attack them. Great.
19.
There is a severe burning smell, and you, from what you can see at the end of your firebolt range at the tunnel where the junction is you see a goblin flailing round with its clothes on fire, burning in the tunnel. Literally, just actually, like, if the lead goblin is like flailing round, you see all his friends trying to pat it out. There's a smoke starts coming out of the tube, and the smell of burning goblin starts beginning to fill the chamber that was previously smelling of sewage. So, you're not sure if this is an improvement.
For a wizard, you are fucking stupid, aren't you?
Fuck you.
You're not sure if this is an improvement. Is
And we go now.
Okay, then we can go.
Okay, so now you leave some angry burning goblins in a tunnel.
Yeah, Sin's gone. She left.
Okay, cool.
She's
So
somewhere in the tunnel.
I think Nan would have likely. Well, actually, probably started to follow Sin and then started to go back and then started to follow Sin. So she's probably about here by now.
okay, cool.
Yeah, it's just on the background.
Yeah.
Follow them.
Rook's just going to kind of hang back a little bit in case any goblins come out.
You just hear this kind of screaming and flailing coming out from this tube.
I kind of like, as they kind of get kind of out of earshot, I'm going to go back to this hole and just scream down in Goblin. Fuck off. I can't be arsed with you, just fuck off.
Okay.
And just start walking away.
Yeah, okay. So you've got 2 routes out there. You've got the route
Let's just
Here,
double
that-
check
that
the
should
pump
do that.
station.
and here.
Yeah, on my way.
If the pump station's all clear and working, then we get out of here.
Cool. So If you want to move your characters, hold on. I'm going to grab your characters a second, guys. So stay still. Oh, where are you gone?
I'm like halfway there to the pump.
Who am I missing? Where are
There's
you?
there's no like writing and stuff on the wall or anything in down here, or
No, nothing that you can see. Who's that over there?
Goblin number 1 was here.
I've just. Man, are there two of you on this map? There might be two of you on this map.
Me?
Doesn't look like it.
No, okay. All right, hold still. I'm gonna move you all into that where that door was. So you all move into this the central room with a big pile of poop in the middle of it.
And inbound shit golem.
And are you? So you're at.
I'm on the other side, actually.
Okay. So I was just trying to move everyone over, and I think everyone's trying to move it. So, yeah, you see this door that was previously stuck that Arden managed to undo, embarrassing Rook slightly. Oh. And there,
Don't worry, I won't tell
there
anyone.
is a ladder
Good.
and a hatch.
Ladies first.
Who's he saying?
Alright,
But
I'll go in.
gentlemen,
Everyone.
Arden just ignores and goes up.
Yep, same.
Like I said.
Okay, so you guys are now. I'm going to just grab you. So stay still a second. Don't move your characters.
Mhm.
I'm going to grab you.
Should one of us stay down by the base of the ladder just in case? Is that a good?
I will.
Okay, so Rook, you stay just down there, and you
I would
guys-
just stay down just in case the goblin are back.
Okay, so sorry, I've just grabbed you, Neil. I'll put you back there. Hold on. So Arden,
I just have the biggest grin right now because I'm very proud of what I've done.
Arden, Nan, and Sin, if you want to scroll to the bottom left-hand corner of the map.
There, bam, there.
Oh, there's 4 levers.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Niala trying to hide this smile, or is it just like a big in your face? Ha! Guess what I did? Smile.
No, it's just a satisfied smile.
Okay, interesting. Carry on.
Okay. So in this room, you see this kind of green machine with bronze fixings upon it, faded and rusted and covered with moisture and condensation. The room smells damp like the rest of the place, but slightly better kept. There is a central large wheel that has 4 handles that stick out of it, and on the machine there is a 4 levers that move that appear to move up and down, and there is a central section which is almost like a porthole on a boat that has a clear glass central section to it, and you can see kind of filth and the stuff in there, and you can hear what Merc and Arden heard, and this machine is under pressure.
Mm.
Okay.
I saw that sing along.
Good.
Puzzle.
And look, Arden, did they tell you what to do with this or anything? Like,
No, they did not.
Oh, hey, dog.
you want to mess around with the switches? See what happens?
Can I look for some instructions first? Are there like any?
Is there anything around here?
Make an investigation check for me.
Okay. Don't like touching weird machinery. What is machinery?
I got a natural 1.
I got a 12.
Oh, wait, everyone?
Yeah, everyone can be having a little look round.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a nice. What's my intelligence? Investigation?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, okay, no, plus 19.
You look round. You see that there is by the sort of the porthole, there is a sort of a little divot on the top of it. And you rub it with your hand, and you realise that there is a glowing light behind it. There's actually two, one beside the other. And as you look at it, there is a red light on the left-hand one, which is in colour. You can see that the other one would be green, but is not lit.
Oh, okay.
Inside of the window itself, you peer in. It's really dirty water moving around inside this space, but you see that there is a kind of a mesh in there, a metallic mesh.
Well, I tell them and see if they know, like, because it's like I lived basically in the forest and with animals most of my life, so I already know, like, what machines do, right? And I don't know about them, so I just tell them everything. If you guys don't know, I'm gonna just start switching switches.
I'm going to go with my gut instinct here. Let's pull these levers down and then turn that wheel and see what happens.
What does the mesh? Can I have a little closer look at the mesh? Like, is there water behind it? Is it sort of like a filter type affair?
You think it's exactly like a filter type affair?
Not that, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would have filtered stream water, through.
You would understand.
I understand
how like a basically like a set would be made, like an otter's sort of thing or something like that. You would have seen a river flowing, and you would see that things would catch in a mesh shape like this.
Okay. But why is it here? Anyway, sorry. I mean, I'm not going to stop them from pulling levers if they're going to pull levers.
Yeah, I'm putting the ones on the left.
Maybe you should look around a bit.
Arden pulls the ones on the right.
I report it.
Okay, so which one are you pulling, Sin?
The two on the left.
The two on the left.
Oh no, we're gonna blow up the ceiling.
The two on the left. There is you try and pull the ones on the left, but both of them kind of move a bit, but don't move fully.
Like they're stuck or they're locked.
There is play in the lever, but you can't move them any further than this space.
Oh, okay.
There's play that doesn't seem mechanically jammed. It seems like they would move, but there's something not happening.
All right.
Arden tries his.
Okay. As you pull the two levers, are you pulling at the same time? They don't do anything.
Just like no movement at all.
Like again, similar. Like they're mechanically sound, but they're in place.
You want to try spinning the thing? Yep.
Okay. So Arden and Sin push the wheel round. This turns very freely.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And spins around.
Nan, take a look through that porthole. Is anything moving?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to.
Nan,
What is on the
you can
console?
see
Yeah.
that the water is slowing in this.
Okay.
Like it travels from right to left in this contraption through the window, as you can sort of see it, and you see that the window is. You see that the water level is gradually dropping and slowing and turning to a trickle. And Arden and Sin at this point, the wheel stops moving round.
We let go of the wheel. What happens?
Okay. You let go.
Let go of the wheel.
It sits still.
Alright.
The water has stopped, so moving from one
Right.
direction to the other.
Let's try the levers now then.
Alright.
Maybe the water pressure was stopping it moving. It was too great. Let's find out. Go
Maybe
back
then
to-
I go to the left, see and pull them both, see what happens.
Which side are you
Can
going
I,
for?
Left. The left one.
Left.
before, sorry, just a second, both of you, can I kind of call down to Muruk and Nyala and see whether anything has changed in the big
Yeah, I wanted to ask.
poo area?
You shout down, Muruk. This is just a little trap door, so Muruk's kind of pretty nearby. Muruk, you see no change in this space.
No, nothing's happening down here.
Nothing.
Boring as all hell.
Oh, come on.
Are you even doing anything up there?
Everyone's so grumpy.
He did say he was going to be grumpy.
You turn away, slightly abashed by Muruk's harshness towards you.
Arden just wants a bath.
You see Sin and Arden about to pull levers. Sin, tell me exactly which lever you're pulling. You've got 2 on the left and 2 on the right. So they're 1, 2, 3, 4, moving left to right.
Yeah, starting on the left, like from left to right. And see.
You pull the left hand one.
Mhm.
And it doesn't do anything. You pull the second one along, lever number 2, and the humming from the machine stops.
Oh, I broke it.
And the little green light comes on.
Oh, hey. All right.
Green is good.
Yeah. You think that was it? You think we're done?
Do we hear anything down here?
I look through the porthole and see if anything's changed.
You see a massive detritus in a filter.
Do we hear anything downstairs?
You hear the humming stop.
I see a massive what?
A
Stuff in
massive detritus.
Oh.
I just yell up, the humming stopped.
Do we need to clean the filter maybe? Is that something that, like...
I think that's meant to be what this does, but we've stopped the water flow, and has nothing's moved with the filters.
No, the filters remain the same.
So nothing on the inside has changed.
No.
Are there any pipes, like different pipes kind of situation?
There is an input pipe on the right-hand side of the machine. There is an output pipe on the left-hand side of the machine. As you look at it, the one end is the out, the 4 ends is the in.
I go back to the wheel and I turn it.
You turn it on, the water rises up, but doesn't make it all the way up the screen as you turn it back. The water flows through. Make a wisdom check. Probably with assist because Nan's looking.
Saying green is good.
Oh, it's a natural 1, and then that's a 4. So.
And if it's poison, then it's bad.
Just an 8.
You don't know what this did.
Are we even supposed to be in here? I thought we were just supposed to clear out the grates. Grates? That's what the... Yeah. Were we even supposed to touch this? Now that I think about it?
True. This might be above our pay grade.
Yeah. You just want to put it back to how it was? Let them deal with it? We already...
I mean, green seems good to me, right?
Yeah. If anything, we'll just say we never touched it.
Is the water flowing again?
The water is going through at a much lower pace.
All right.
But it's not making the same amount of noise of water with pressure as was before.
There is no noise from the machine.
I think we're good.
All right, then that's... I'm gonna cast another first level spell because I'm dirty, right? Since I was in there.
You're pretty grim. Yeah.
You're a day cow.
Well,
You're the one getting dirty here.
what I'm gonna do is once we like cross the little like the street. Actually, do we have to? Yeah, once we like cross like the little like streams that were on this side or something, it won't let me do the ping. But like once we cross, I'm gonna just like give myself a shower real quick so that I can like at least be somewhat clean.
Okay, so you're leaving this room.
Yeah,
Quick one before we leave. Let's not tell the dwarf about this.
yeah.
Sorry?
We could have
Let's
messed
not
up the whole.
let's not
water
tell the dwarf
system.
about this unless it seems to be a good thing. If he asks any questions, we did nothing.
Go away.
Alright.
Just in case we've made things worse. Right, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you descend the ladder,
Yep.
the ladder, and you are back in the poo room, and you're just under there. What do? You meet up with George, with Maruk, even or Slip, and Nyala, and what do you do? Do you tell them?
I think we're done here. I don't think there's any much else we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear the machine anymore.
Yeah, if the dwarf asks, we didn't do anything. So I don't know what we're meant to have done with that. He didn't tell us to do anything with that, so
We didn't do anything with
we
it.
didn't do anything with it. So let's just go, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just found a better way to phrase it. Once we're like near the door to leave, I'm gonna do like the create water thing so that it rains a bit, so that we could like clean ourselves up a bit. You know, not smell disgusting.
Cool. So you kind of walk beneath this kind of temporary shower that Sin has created. There is a locked gate in front of you.
Well, we have the
Uh,
keys, right? Rook has
yeah,
the keys.
I've
Yeah.
got the key around my neck. I just pull it off and just unlock the gate.
Yeah, you undo the lock swings open just as you would expect it to.
And we leave the sewers.
Mm.
Lock it behind us.
And lock.
Well, the
The
dude
door.
should be on the side, right? So
Oh,
hopefully.
but still.
Manners cost nothing. I just kind of usher everyone out and then just close and lock the door behind me.
Mhm.
Put the key back around my neck.
Cool. So you move on and you move around to the front of the building, and you come across.
Oh, and before we go through the door, I also say don't mention the goblins.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm.
We're gonna keep
Oh,
that
come
quiet.
on.
No.
Oh, cause then it's just gonna cause problem for us. We already had enough to deal with.
You walk around to the front of the building. It's kind of getting on now, sort of afternoon time on the same day that you went in. You went in the morning, if you remember. You had a long rest and then went and into these tunnels, and you kind of see the hubbub of folk. You see more and more pens of animals set up, and more like the camp is growing around Kakanzak's proper. It is quite a thing to behold. You see these little fires and little smokes. You hear sound of merriment and campfires, and you see like the brown leathers and grey beasts moving across the landscape around, and it's a stark contrast to the white snow that surrounds the rest of Kakanzak's and the icy waste that you have been used to. As you approach the main gate, you see your dwarf friend that you got your job from,
What's his name again?
Malgon.
Malgon,
Hey,
job's done.
I take the key, just throw it at him. He'll be wanting that back.
you check the tank home, is it? What the heck have you done?
We cleared the drains like you asked.
Clear the blockages like you asked.
What's this?
That's
the
the
key.
key that you gave us to get in there.
Oh, sorry, the key. Okay, the
Yeah.
key. Yeah.
Not the tentacle.
Tentacle.
I haven't got the tentacle.
I have it.
Okay.
We
He grabs the key and he goes, Oh, it stinks. What have you been doing? Swimming in that?
Well,
Yes.
we didn't
We
really have much
fall
choice.
one or
Not
two
by
times.
choice.
There was
Jesus.
quite a lot
Yeah.
of pressure, and I kind of went under for a little bit.
But we also had to submerge ourselves at one point to get to one of the drains. There wasn't an access point by foot. Maybe keep that in mind.
Okay.
And there was also a pretty nasty beastie in the way.
Nasty beastie.
Sin.
Yeah. And I like flop down the tentacle.
That's not a nasty beastie.
And then
That's
it's
a
only
waste disposal system.
Ah, fuck.
Well, it attacked us. So
Well, no,
why did
no,
you not
no.
tell
It's
us about
fine.
that?
It's fine. It just shed its tentacle.
I didn't
Everything's
ask
fine
you
down
to
there.
fix the waste disposal system. I said clear the drains.
Yes, and that was in front of one of the drains,
Yeah.
and it hurt. Maybe
A
next time you
lot.
send somebody down to get clean drains, you might warn them about the massive monster you've got down there.
What
Well, I
is
didn't
it?
We did ask you.
bother with the monster. It's normally just sits in its pile of filth and feeds. Just eats and eats and eats. That's what it does.
No, it was quite hostile towards us.
So not telling anybody about it is a good idea. Is that what you think?
Not necessarily a bad idea either, because I don't want everyone knowing that that's how the system's been working.
Yes, but if
Yeah,
you
well,
send people
you
down there to
almost
clean,
killed us.
if you send people
Well-
down there to clean, then you might want to warn them about something living down there that could potentially attack them like it did to us.
I
If
could
you'd
have
have
warned
warned
you
us,
there
we
were
wouldn't
rats,
have
there
had
were,
to
there,
deal
were,
with
there
it.
are all kinds of creatures living down there. But look, this is not exactly solving the problem. Have you cleaned the gutters? Is what
Yes.
I want.
Yes.
Yes.
You've cleaned the gutters.
Yes.
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 Now I've got to find some way of getting the rest of the muck out of there. Did
Well, that wasn't part of the job. So
We upheld our end.
Now I've got to find me an Otiug.
yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
He kind of looks a little bit sad at this tentacle.
Look, if it was meant that much to you, next time, warn people that there's one down there, and then maybe they won't attack it.
I should have told you. That's
Yes,
why the
you should
higher.
have.
That's why the higher money that I offered you. Look, here's your gold.
We did ask.
And he puts over
If we
the.
hadn't have asked, then I wouldn't be cross about it. But we did ask, and you held it back. But thank you for the gold.
And
That's
the
for everybody
tokens to
that's
get in the
there.
city.
And he gives you the token each, and a token for the two. I need you, maybe later on, if you're that strong that you can kill one.
Maybe if you tell us every detail about what you want us to do and not leave half of it up in the air so that we're surprised by this ugly beast thing.
Like I said, normally he sits in the far room, just underneath all of the muck that comes from the tube above.
Mm.
Well, he
He'll have a
wasn't
little
there.
put around, he'll have a little clean out of the drains and keeps everything flowing nicely.
Well, he wasn't, was he?
He was attacking us. But
And he wasn't clearing the drains.
What
So
happened?
Body.
What happened?
He was
There
by
was-
some. He was by some ladder.
The far
Heading-
room. He doesn't like that room.
Well, that's where he went.
Why
I
would
think
he be in
something
that
might
room?
have.
Ah, and we heard him talk in our head.
Well, we've already got our money now, so we might as well tell him. We heard what sounded like goblins.
Goblins.
There's some kind of burrow in one of the far parts. We couldn't get into it. It was too small for any of us to access. But
The
what
city.
it sounded like is goblins had made some kind of
camp.
camp down there. We're not
Hmm.
sure how many,
It
but
was
he might
beyond
have been attracted by them.
the far room. I don't know if you know where that comes out or where you can access that, but you might want to send.
Where the main
Couple
water
people
flow comes in from the glacier. Yeah, I know it well.
Then yes, you might want to send some soldiers or warriors or something down there to dispose of those goblins. I did tell them to fuck off, but whether they listened to me, I don't know. They were kind of on fire.
Well, of course he was down that way then, if there's goblins down there. Little tiny easy prey like that, he's not going to be eating his normal filth, is he? If he's
Well,
going
there
to
you
find a
go
tasty
then.
goblin, one or two, he's going to be stuffing them in his face. Fat, lazy oaf.
Yes, he was a fat lazy oaf.
Well, I suppose. Look, I am going to probably, if
Inform the guard.
I will inform the guard of that, but I may need your help later on because the system, like I said, no one really knows how it works. It was just working until it wasn't. Then I put the OTUG in there, and then the OTUG.
Are you telling me that you want us to go and get you another OTUG?
Sorry, can you repeat that? The system was working, and then it wasn't, and then you put the.
The OTUG stopped eating the trash because it was getting goblins to eat instead. If we'd have just killed the goblins, the OTUG would have kept eating the trash, and the water system would have worked fine. But we've killed the OTUG. So now there's no longer anything down there eating the trash, causing the backup.
Has the OTUG always eaten the trash? Or was it working in some way before?
When I had it, it was just a wee nipper.
Oh, okay.
A small one.
We did come across a pumping station.
Ah,
What appeared to be a pumping station.
I'm a great fixer, but above my technical ken, I do not know what that is.
It's a pumping station, we've just told you.
I know basically what it is, but I don't know.
So it's your job, and you don't know what it is.
That's why I got the.
Arden!
Oh, so this is what I was trying to figure out, like whether there was, before the pre-OTUG,
Yes.
there was a
probably
way of.
the solution, yeah, but he doesn't know how to use it. He got
Yes.
promoted above his station by the sounds of it.
He looks embarrassed and kicks at the snow. Right, I do my best.
Look,
Frown hard.
we won't tell anybody,
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
but I
Don't
recommend
patronize
maybe
me.
trying to find yourself an engineer that might know how to make that thing work. It might save you a lot of hassle in the long run. And a lot of coin.
I suppose you're right. I was young and impetuous when I put that thing down there. I just wanted a sort of quick patch solution, and it hasn't worked out well for me. And now the poor little blade is dead.
And take
Well-
this as an opportunity to learn a new skill.
Yeah,
Or to get a new pet.
take it as a lesson of
Okay.
life. If we haven't been there, your problem will never been fixed. Your two problem. So blocked sewer and the monster.
He's no monster. He was doing a good job.
Yeah, how did you call it?
OTUG.
I mean, you gave it a name, right?
I think that's what
Right?
He looks down.
OT.
You didn't give it a name.
I gave
Alright,
it a name,
Nella.
all right. Cecil.
Cecil.
Mm.
You might want to go down and recover the body and maybe give it a burial.
I think it's already buried.
How big is he now?
It's quite
He
big.
was big.
Tentacle, you know.
Mm.
So,
When was the last time you even went down there?
Like
Try
this?
not to. I'd end up like you, Smell.
well, a beast like that needs, or a creature like that needs, you know, good handling to.
Right. First point, find an engineer. Second point, don't be afraid to get your own hands dirty. And third point, where is there somewhere that we can stay in the city that you might come and find us if you need us again? Not saying that we will help, but just in case.
There are plenty of inns, and I have enough ears and enough places within the city. I shall find you.
Right. Well, you've got our
Okay.
names.
I have a question. Because I need some components and I need some herbs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where I can find that?
I don't think he's a
Niara,
tour
And a
guide.
brazier.
Yala, you know that from being in the city before, there is a great many, a diverse culture, and this is a central nexus kind of place where all corners of Frohast come to trade and then are also shipped out from this point. Nan, you know a lot about this place.
I do.
Would you
I
like?
did ask for a brazier.
Sorry, a brace. Yeah,
A
brace.
brazier. Not a
Brazier.
brazier.
Hang on, let me.
I can't see it. I don't
my
know why.
notes. Oh gosh.
Should we go and get Ed and Darvel and then make our way into the city?
Nyala, I can when we are rested and our friends are looking unwell. And for some reason, my back and shoulders have been hurting more recently. So maybe we rest and I can show
I'm
you
carrying the team.
the old.
So
we
this
can
is
go
girl
for, like-
shopping?
Sure. What's that? Huh? Yeah. Okay.
Basically, it's when you have
I just want a nap.
a
Quite
friend
like a.
that goes with you, and that is a female that goes with you in shops.
Have fun with that.
I see. For what purpose?
Don't understand why shopping is
they-
exclusive to females, but okay.
This is girl shopping.
Right. Anyway,
Let's what did we
Dan's turn.
get from
75 gold each.
okay.
17?
75. 75
Yeah.
each, yes.
Each?
I think I got a natural 20 on my persuasion check, which meant we got a pay rise. So
Okay.
Yeah, you got a bit of dollar from this.
and there's a 200 gold piece ring that Arden's going to look at just in case it's got any.
Yeah, we'll stop for a minute before you go inside the city proper, and
Yes,
have a break
please.
for 5 minutes here.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some water.
Oh, no
How are you
problem.
feeling, George?
Right. So you are proceeding round the front of the Kakanzaks, and you see this great hubbub, and there's the guards on the doors. The pathway leads down the slope that leads up to the doors. True, leads down to your right, and the dog just jumped on me. And down to the right-hand side, it slopes off to the pens and the camps and bits and pieces where you left Ed and Darvel.
I would like
Can
to
I go find a witch?
Jilly.
Sorry, Nan, say again.
I want to go find Jilly, but also Sin.
Okay, well, Sin, sorry, go.
I wanted to go find a witch real quick.
Okay, so you're heading towards the halflings. Where is Arden and Nyala going?
I am going to fetch Ed and give him a big ol' hug.
Okay, yeah, that's sort of where the halflings are. They've been hanging out with the halflings, if you remember. So you're all heading the same way. What about Muruk? Muruk, are you hanging out with these guys?
I'm
or-
going nowhere near Ed. Because no, not a fan of Ed.
Okay.
Darvel I can kind of understand and kind of tolerate because he's obviously was like kind of a mentor or something to Arden, but Ed's just a rando that I tried to kill, didn't, and he's now tagging along with us. So I feel like the mood that Rook's in, if he goes anywhere near him, he might just kill him.
Okay.
Don't you dare.
So you move into the kind of area where you camped with the halflings, and it's that sort of jovial scene again. There's there's been the meal cooked. You can see like bits of food in bowls, and bones of animals been consumed, and you see everyone has had their fill. around the fire. They're sharing stories, and Darvel is sat huddled up with the blanket that you gave, the sort of bedroll that you gave him previously, and wrapped round him, sort of peacefully, just smiling to the sounds around, like turning his head as if he, like towards the sounds and listening carefully. And Ed is standing with what appears to be a stick in his hand, and then he's then suddenly pelted with snowballs as some of the kids like throw a load of snowballs at him, and he's trying to defend himself with this stick. It's like some sort of bizarre form of like cricket or something that's going on, but basically there's too many being thrown at him, and he's just getting pelted with snow, and he's just looking a bit stupid, basically stupefied by the whole process. Like, he doesn't seem to be able to get his coordination now. He's only got one arm. I was just getting pelted with snowballs, basically.
I'm going to go before him, and I'm going to hiss menacingly to whoever is throwing a snowball.
They scatter, they run, and they run like off round the thing, giggling.
And I help my son.
You clean off Ed.
What were you thinking?
Just trying to have some fun, Miss Yara.
You were covered in snow. You could catch a cold.
Thankfully, doesn't catch these hands.
Trying to fit in, trying to, I don't know, just having a go. They seemed like to enjoy it. They were laughing.
Were you laughing? Was it funny for you?
He kind of looks slightly shy, and it was quite fun. But like you don't want him to have had fun, so he doesn't want to admit that he has had fun, but he had fun.
Okay, go play with them, but don't catch a cold because I would be mad.
Can I point out this is a fully grown man?
And
he's thick as pig shit.
He hasn't got very high wisdom, this fellow. You gather round, and Sin, you Muruk, you sit down, and you are proffered a bowl of soup, but everybody is moving away from you guys. Most of the people are moving away from you guys, keeping a distance.
It's because we stink.
Yeah.
There is,
We were already stinking, but now
there are held noses. There are grimaces on faces as you enter the circle of halflings.
Certainly help get through the queue faster.
Maybe.
You, Sin, you see the wise woman.
Alright, I'm slowly approach her and tap around. Wait, how? She's a halfling, right?
She's a halfling, yeah, and she sat down.
I'm gonna sit right in front of her and ask and tell her, wow, we were down when we were down there, I got bit by some giant creature, and shortly after I haven't been feeling well. Is there anything you can do?
She cocks her. Now, I think it's only Niala who knows they don't speak Common at the moment. I think everybody else found out. Sin found out definitely, and Nan found out from Gilly, and Sin found out when Gilly and Nan were sorting out the animals.
Arden hasn't
I
spoken
found
to
out she's
one of them
becoming
yet.
and celestial.
Yeah, but Arden doesn't know either. Sin, she turns her head to you, and says, puts her hands out and gestures to you, like for you to show her.
All right,
The bite is.
Oh yeah, the bite. On my shoulder, right?
Yeah, your left shoulder.
All right, I just remove the clothing from there and show her.
she looks at it and she sort of nods, and she says, she indicates it's kind of symbol for coin, and then
5. All right, I'll give her 5.
Yep.
I'll give her 5. I give gold coins.
Yeah.
Right. That seems like a lot because you think about it, like a copper is like $1, right? And like a gold is like 100. So
Look,
she wants.
do you want to get healed or not?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that seems like a lot.
When you buy
like,
a potion of healing, though, if you think about a potion of healing or an antidote, they're quite expensive to buy still.
yeah. But I could just make them. I'm good. But yeah, I handed the 5 gold.
Okay, she takes it and moves over to a separate fire that's been sort of just glowing embers, and starts mixing her herbs and stuff in the in this pot. And she gestures for you to wait where you are while she prepares this concoction. Nan, you're looking for Jilly.
I am.
Jilly's around the fire. Just that was fine.
Okay, cool. Hello, Jilly. Thank you for sheltering our friends who couldn't come down to the sewers with us. Sorry. We don't smell great. Please have this. I'm gonna give her 50 gold from what I earned.
You give him 50 gold. He's like
50.
He's like, that's hefty coin now.
Yeah, thank you for everything that you've done for us.
He's like, he looks at it like stunned, like you're crazy. He looks like absolutely stunned at you, and he's, you saved your life. It's only what would be decent done to any decent folk. And he says, look here. And he runs off to some packs and stuff. And he pulls out of them he pulls out of these packs, like, as I was explaining, they're kind of already very, very well padded, but seem near bottomless as he pulls out stuff. And he's pulling out a load of things, and he pulls out all of the clothes that each of the people in the party, apart from Sin, was wearing when they were riding the ski gear, the cold weather gear. And he brings that that over to you and says, look, that's easy enough to cover all of this. Give this to you and your friends, and then if you get caught in the cold, like your big fellow over there did, he was looking worse for a while. Yeah. This will sort you through those cold times.
Thank you, and something to remember our time traveling with you.
He reaches in his coat as you say that. He says, "That's a point. You should have something else." And he reaches in his coat and he pulls out a little leather thong, and on the leather thong is a tooth of one of the creatures, one of the Screeger, like one of these flat molar type teeth. But they're quite a large thing, so you can fit quite a lot on it. And it's a little carving, like almost a rendition of one of the stick figures from the wall that you saw back in the camp.
Thank you.
And he hands that to you.
Oh, wow. Cool. Well, not cool.
Much of an artist, but here.
Oh, thank you. I also am trying to be better at carving as well. I kind of try every now and then. This is lovely. I will keep it safe and remember you all. Also carrying all the clothes. Okay. Do you happen to know where we might, I think, get washed up before the city? Or I'm not really sure. I don't want us hanging around your camp maybe while we're unwashed.
Yeah, you can get clean. There's ways.
Okay.
He goes over and speaks to the wise woman who's stirring the pot, and she kind of shoos him away and says, I'm busy," kind of thing. And he says, "Okay," and he says, "Come with me," and he takes you to through a lot of the campsite, and says, "Leave the clothes here, and pick them up in a minute." And you leave those in the circle, and he takes you to a tent that has a more triangular shape, more like a teepee. We would recognise it as, instead of one of these kind of dome things that you've been used to seeing most of the time, including the camp gear that you had down below, and Arden's little secret tent that he used for magic. You move away, and there is an area, and you look at the tent, and you see out of the top of it there is steam pluming out of the top of this tent, and he says, "In there."
Great. Perhaps I will inform my friends as well. Would that be okay?
You're welcome to use it, please.
Because I don't know how quickly we'll be going through the gates with these tokens, and perhaps anyway. Thank you, Jilly. How do you say good? Is there a special way that you say goodbye in your
Puts his hand up.
high five?
You get it right this time.
Yes.
There's
I knew it was a thing.
he puts his hand up, and you get it perfect this time. Like you didn't feel like or anything. And he says, "You know that one too." And then kind of
I just learned.
Just learn. You did it all right. And he goes back off to his camp and his family and things.
I'm gonna. Is everyone sort of dispersed various places? I think they maybe are.
Kind of round the. Niala's still is looking at Ed, shaking her head. Rook's standing grumpily on the edge of the thing. Sin is sat where the wise woman was, and Arden, I don't know where you are. Where are you?
Oh, Arden was gonna follow Nan over to see Jilly.
Okay. Are you not sorting out Darvel?
Not yet. No, Arden was gonna go over to see Jilly because he hasn't spoken to a single one of them yet.
Okay, so you see Jilly
all the way through this entire adventure. He hasn't spoken to a single one.
You see returning. You see Jilly lead off, Nan off, and you see Jilly return.
Hello.
They'll tell you soon enough. I can speak common.
Oh. Well, that makes a lot more sense.
We just want to keep it. We like to keep our privacy, and we like to preserve the language. It's what the mother says we must do. We all learn our tongue. We all learn common.
Well, from someone who comes from somewhere that preservation is important, I agree with her.
A historian, are you?
No, but there are certain things that we shouldn't forget.
And
we should hold on to. I don't know what you mean by that, but anyway, I hadn't spoken to any of you. I hadn't had chance to show my appreciation.
Oh, well, your friend there certainly showed it.
How do you mean?
He taps at his leg where he's fashioned a pouch of gold to his leg.
Okay.
On his belt.
Right. Well.
The pile of clothes there, they're yours.
Oh. Well, I feel kind of silly now. I was coming over to do the same thing.
That's quite all right.
But I still...
You're no fool. I can tell by the look on you, and you didn't know that we spoke. But look, it's absolutely fine. Help yourself to the clothes. I've just shown your friend the wash tent. If you want to go and help yourself to that.
Thank you. I can appreciate the fact that we stink like shit. You
do.
Yes, I'm not here to butter any parsnips. Look, we appreciate what you've done for us. If we do find ourselves this side of Kanzax again, which I hope to at some point, I do have fair travels ahead of us, but I will need to return at some point. If we wanted to employ your aid again, how would we reach you?
You can message us.
And how would the best way to message a roaming band such as yourselves be?
You find one of the wizards in Kakanzax. They'll seek us out and normally Mother they find and speak and they get her. They send her the messages.
Okay. Fine. We'll do that. But thank you.
Not a problem at all. But do get yourself cleaned up.
I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Arden kind of, I takes out a few more gold pieces and hands them to Julie. Just 10. I know you said you had enough, but I just feel like this is something I should do.
He says, I'll tell you what. Instead of you paying me that now, you get me a drink inside the gates.
Say again, sorry?
You get me a drink when you get inside the gate.
Are you coming inside the city? It's the dog. Come here. Come on.
Arden
Come on.
farting throughout this conversation. Sorry.
It's just the dog pining to get on the bed.
The dog.
Little shit.
Sound ever.
Say hello.
So cute.
Say hello, you little shit.
Nan's gone.
This is Nettle.
This is why you prefer cats.
He says, buy me a drink when we're inside. Maybe.
Are you coming in? You're coming inside the city? I thought you had to leave soon.
Sorry?
It looked like you were preparing to leave. I didn't realize you were coming inside the city.
No, we set up a camp outside. A few of us go in to trade and bid on the animals and trade with the creatures and for the meat, for the skins.
Okay, well, hopefully I'll see you in a bar somewhere.
Yeah, you better
Right.
get queuing as soon as you can. Really, you want to be there for the when it happens.
When what happens?
Well, the peak of the festival.
Oh.
We're gonna have a festival at Big Dot.
And I was hoping to get out of here quite quickly. There's no hiding this from the rest of them, is there?
What do you think all of this is? He gestures around to the masses of people in the camp that is joined around Kanzax. This is like medieval Glastonbury.
Thanks for the heads up. See you inside.
Hey.
Reaches out a hand.
I'd rather not.
Yeah. Later.
And he only walks off.
And then Arden just walks off.
He realizes that he high-fived Nan and looks at his hand. So Nan, you're outside this. You're outside this tent with steam pluming out of the top of it.
Cool. Well, so clothes are somewhere safe. Don't need to worry about those.
With the circle of halflings.
Okay, cool. Who got the most gross? I'm gonna probably tell most people, but Rook seemed super grumpy, so and unwell.
Because
so I'm gonna...
Sin washed us, if you remember correctly, a bit.
Yeah.
Arden went for a swim, so because he went up that ladder, didn't he? So he had to have a swim to get there.
Oh yeah.
And Rook got
also
fully drenched.
Yeah, and I also watched us right before we left to try to clean us up a bit.
I kind of want to scrub my armor and stuff like that, and I know Rook has lots of armor, right? No, you took it off.
I took it off.
Because
I'm a big boy now.
You don't need armor anymore?
Nope. AC of 18 with no armor.
That's slightly terrifying. But then again, I'm a monk. I never needed armor, so you've just managed to catch up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So you walk over to Rook, who is standing looking with a gaze that can murder every single one of these halflings.
Oh dear.
Rook is not in a good mood. He is tired and poisoned.
Already buried the afternoon.
Oh, my beyond's crashed.
Arden's just gonna go over to Darvel and gather Darvel.
Darvel says, "These people are fascinating." No, that's not his voice, is it? Hold on. These people are fascinating, Arden. Living all their time on the ice floes, they live a life of simple things. They don't know of words and books very much, but they are so happy, Arden. Such joy. I hear it around me.
Yes, well. Should we get you into the city somewhere warmer, get you that bath that you wanted?
That would be unbelievably kind of you, Arden.
Right, well, let's get in the queue. I don't plan on being out here for any moment longer than we need to be.
All right, so Nan, you're standing near.
There is a place to. You had a bad time in the sewers. There's a place to get washed up if you want to.
I'm aware. I'm hoping.
I'm Rook.
Oh, to Rook. Oh, I thought she was saying to me. Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Hey, bitch.
You're next in line. It's going methodically through.
Well, I was planning on using the smell to help clear the queue a little bit to get to the front.
If it's any different to you, I'm going to wait until we get sat down. While these halflings have been very kind to us and been more than generous enough, I feel it's not right to continue to not take advantage of them, but to, you know what I mean, kind of carry on exploiting their generosity. Well, yes, they may have offered. I'm going to wait until I can get to a bathhouse in Kakanzaks. Plus, the smell might clear the queue for us to get through.
Okay.
But thank you for letting me know.
Generosity is a rare thing in the world, and I understand. I feel like sometimes when generosity is offered, one of the best things you can do is receive it. And then she's just gonna kind of walk away because
I like that.
Who's next? Yeah, probably Arden and Darvel. Darvel's pretty smelly. She's basically just going to go to each person and be like,
Arden informs him that he knows and that he's going to use his stank to get through the crowd.
Smelly boy.
Soon, you are sat by the fire near the wise woman and Niala. You are kind of looking at Ed, like shaking your head, and you are informed by Nan that there is a bathhouse, or a bath tent, or
I am grabbing Head. I am pulling him like, where is the bath? This boy needs a bath.
this relationship is so weird. I'm so sorry, but it's cool.
And the fact that you're using that little stuffed cat head as Ed.
I don't think there's a single normal relationship in this entire party.
No.
Well, okay, so whoever's coming with, I'm heading to the...
So Sin, are you going, or are you waiting with your wise woman?
I'm waiting.
You should wait, maybe as a time
I'm
they
gonna wait.
cure.
I'm gonna let her
Because if you go there and you wash it before it's cured, it's not going to be washed after.
Yeah, I'm like let her, cause I expect she's gonna clean up a bit when she does whatever she's gonna do. After that, I'm just go and like wash myself, clean my clothes, change into my traveler's clothes if I'm not mistaken.
So basically, only the girls are going now with Head.
Yeah. So
Ed is one of the girls.
Ed and Nan and Niala walk over to this tent, and you pull back the flap, and what you're presented with is a pit of water, basically, of like cut into the ice, and the water is steaming,
like the Blue Lagoon in Iceland.
Make a perception check.
A hot spring.
Everyone?
It's for sure a hot spring.
9.
21.
You see at the bottom of this pool there is a small what looks like a stone, like an oval shaped stone, and heat is this is the source of the heat that's making this water bubble.
Cool.
So it is a beautiful thing. There is like ledges all round, and you can clean yourself in this place, and you can wash your Ed.
Oh, I can't hear you anymore.
Oh, sorry, everyone still there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
And yeah, this is a place where you can wash. It is a deep enough pool to be submerged underneath. If you were to kind of crouch your legs, it's deep enough to kind of literally just kind of climb in like a hot spring or jacuzzi. But this is not of natural formation. This is formed of this enchanted pebble that seems to be at the bottom of the pool, emanating the heat. So you get washed up in whichever way you wish to get cleaned and washed, and you are feeling rather sprightly, and there's some time spent doing your armor. While you're doing this, and are you scrubbing Ed? Is Ed getting a good scrub, Niala?
I'm definitely not. Me and
He's
Sin
not
are
scrubbing me, but I am washing him. I do like.
I can just imagine like Nan the other side of the pool, like trying to avert her eyes as this tabaxi vigorously scrubs this one-armed man.
I just want to add something while I'm doing this. I'm going to remember something. Oh, Nan, do you remember when we met Head? Why we were killing the skeleton of Arden people?
Yes.
Ed said you were pretty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just got reminded of that before Rook ate
What
him.
about that situation reminded you of that?
Just
So I'm
daydreaming. Just daydreaming.
in the bath for having a wash, I suppose. Okay. I don't know really. Fine. Just probably quickly finishes and leaves.
Yeah. You leave the tent trying to and you just see kind of Ed with a stupefied grin on his face as Nyala's like getting like her paws into like every crevice.
And I'm going to rinse him straight out and just wash myself.
What about the talcum powder and a nappy by any chance? Or
You return to the camp, and at this point, you see the little wise woman walking over to Sin. She tears the rest of your shirt open and reveals
Kinky.
She grabs handfuls of snow and packs it into the wound at first. And if it hurts, it burns in your arm, and you grimace. But she holds her hands firm, and she has this strength that you would not assume would come from this small character, just by the size of her frame and her demeanor. It is very misleading. As you pack the wound, the heat that is coming off of this festering sore on your arm actually melts the snow, and you start seeing your arm run with this kind of green yellow ichor that starts dripping out of this otiug bite. She takes a salve from her kit, and it's like a thick paste, and she actually almost fills the holes that are in your arm from this bite mark with it, packs it solid, then takes some leaves and lays those on top, and they adhere to the sort of putty that is now filling these gaps in your arms. And she takes a length of fabric, like a hessian type thing, and wraps that round your arm, and you are now not in the condition of having that poison. Okay.
is it the disease or is it just the poison?
I thought it was both disease and poison. Because I take 1d10 every 24 hours.
Yeah. So
But no, I don't have to worry about that, right?
I'm going to have you make a con check, but this is going to be like lower. So con save for me. So if you do that, do you want to do it now, and then we can just kind of cancel it off?
Yeah, let's do it now.
So she's giving you some sort of healing towards it.
All right.
So currently,
Hey, I'm running good tonight too. That's 19.
yeah, it's out of your system.
All right. In druidic.
Yeah.
Druidic.
Yeah.
How do you properly say it? I'm gonna say thank you. Then I would just go and take a shower, clean.
I think Druidic isn't actually like.
I think it's a
language.
spoken language, is it?
It's not a
No?
vocal thing. No, it's more like
It's more like symbols. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, you can leave messages that only other druids can understand. It's a bit like thieves' cant. Like it's although not spoken. So like thieves' cant, you can leave messages in a similar. Druids can leave it in a similar way, but thieves' cant is vocal as far as I'm aware.
Thieves' cant, I think, is like there's coded messages and jargon in normal like common and undercommon speech.
Yeah.
But then Thieves' cant also has like symbols and stuff like in it.
Yeah.
As a written language.
Yeah, and then Druidic is kind of like where you would leave sticks in a certain way or a plant grown in a certain method, and that would indicate there are wolves this way or something like that. So yeah, you have hailed. You are welcome to go and join the line. You are welcome now to sit down and enjoy some food with the halflings that's been proffered to you. It's up to you.
Oh, can I ask her real quick if I could find someone who can like wash my clothes and armor while I go take a shower.
She says we only have the basic. She doesn't like to speak out loud a lot, and she just kind of gestures towards Kanzak's.
Could you not
Alright.
wash your armor in the bath?
Well, I don't want to dirty the water, you know. And that's what we're taking a shower in.
So by having a shower in it, you're not dirtying it?
Well, yeah, but it's like the clothes are like a lot more dirty. Oh my! You know what? I'm just gonna wash my clothes in the shower. Fuck it, man.
I almost asked the same thing, but I think I just ended up.
You
Putting on
the
want
side.
help? I'm still in the shower.
Oh,
You walk,
no.
you walk in, Sin, and you see this red raw Ed, who has been
Oh,
scrubbed.
Red is out. Ed is out.
Yeah,
I'm
Ed-
still in because
Ed
I
is
didn't
standing
wash
on the
myself.
side. Ed is standing on the side of this sort of bath, looking very scrubbed and clean.
Does he look terrified?
Huh?
Is it like shocked or anything? Is he
He's
like,
pro-
whoa?
He's probably loving it.
He's just looking stupefied. He doesn't look like he's understood a thing that's happened in the last couple of
2
days,
weeks.
like the last week or so. He is like, on some weird roller coaster ride, and you're still not sure if the shock of having his arm pulled off has kind of got over him.
He's on a bad trip.
As you all start to join you get washed up, and then it's up to you what you want to do next.
I want to find Ketu. There was a reason why I wanted to get clean before we went in the city, because I don't want a fox being put off by stinky me.
Maruk, you find your armor safely stowed by the halflings and are able to collect that. Jilly gestures to everybody as you return from getting clean that there is cold weather gear for the ones that didn't have it.
Arden didn't clean himself.
No,
He's staying stinky.
So there's these 2 stinking ones, and the rest of you are reasonably clean. That you can get in warm water, without any sort of the accoutrement of soaps and things. And you join the line. The line moves reasonably fast as the night begins to draw in, and as you near again, you start hearing that rhythmical sound through your feet. You feel that vibration through your feet, and then you are at the doors and you exchange your tokens and you're led into the in-between courtyard, and this place reverberates strangely. Again, the rhythm pulsing louder and louder as you're in here, and the other gate is revealed and open to you, and there is an explosion of color and voices and song and music. There are bands playing on the side, there are trumpets and horns and people bellowing, kind of yodeling along to the music. There are people swigging from flagons and ale. There is stalls all up alongside of the main street that you walk into with people carrying great baskets full of exotic looking powdered spice and chilies, and there is fish being carved and served and fed upon, and people sitting on little stools along the edges. There's a smell of cooking meat and baking bread, and all the inns up the side have the doors flung wide open, and each one you hear merriment and voices coming out of each doorway. You see like the entire city is the complete opposite of what you have been in. The cold outside, in the waste proper. This is a hubbub of life and energy. There are freshly cut meat joints being roasted on spits, and it is a cavalcade of glee as you walk into this space, and you kind of join the flow and kind of swept up in this music and merriment. And as you look around, you see there is little banners and signs up everywhere, and it's a large circle like this with a black dot in the center of it. So it's a kind of different coloured fabrics, but the same symbol on them all. So it's a black sort of outline with a dot in the middle.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, there's a festival.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can see
shit.
that.
Bloody tourists.
Rook's
Let's
kind
find.
of gonna like put a hood up and kind of cover himself up.
You're doing your emo phase.
No, it's my I don't want to be noticed phase.
So yeah, tries
I
to
just look at everyone and be like, we gotta find an inn for Murk, for Dowell, for Ed, and for you, Arden, because you four look like shit.
Feel like finding a place with spare rooms is going to be difficult.
Yeah. But the girls are fresh, so we're going to help you.
Nan, you know of a quiet little place.
I do. Is there a reason that I couldn't go find Ketu the fox, or is?
Oh, sorry, Ketu. No. So I just forgot to do it. So Ketu, you notice as you're weaving in, and he's kind of
Stu
slipped.
didn't like you,
He
Ketu
slipped
ran
through
away.
the door behind you and
Just
got into
want
the
to signal.
center. In the center part. Sorry, he's at your heel.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, then I won't do that because that doesn't make sense now. Put that drawing away.
Show more chicken.
It's not a chicken.
Can I see the
When
drawing?
yeah, you can see the drawing.
For fun.
I was gonna like draw us going into the town with like a sad me. I just wanted to let Ketty know what's going on, right?
So cute.
I like this. I like this method of communication.
I haven't got to speak with animals. It's the only thing I can
Wait
do.
20 minutes while I do an art form for you.
You weave your way through, and you know of the place now.
Yes. If I've got if Ketu is like near me, I kind of want to get the little tooth that Jilly gave me with the carving and kind of show it to Ketu and kind of I'm just very pleased that I got this. It's something that
Ketu sniffs it and kind of nudges under it like he's trying to scent it with his side of his neck, and then nudges it again.
Cool.
With his little wet nose.
Nice.
I don't know if I have a fox in plushies.
Oh, I mean, we'll get there. But I don't have a white one.
I have a rat. I have a squirrel. I have more rats. I have a kitty. I have bunnies. Oh yeah. I have this.
I'm also going to kind of hold my hand out a little bit as well, not with the tooth, and see if Ketu.
This is like back in before you move into the market properly. Just lays his.
This is a basket of rabbits.
Oh.
That's creepy.
That's weird. This is like a deep
weird
insight into
version of
Celia's
Edward
story.
Scissorhands.
Celia Rabbit Hands.
Yes, we. I know.
I think of a little carrot.
I know a place I've stayed at before. We can try there. The Yak's Tongue.
I have a bear.
It's worth a try.
Before as we're making our way there, I presume Nan's going to lead the way. Arden's going to look around and see if there's any symbols anywhere that he recognises.
Make a history check.
While we're kind of walking towards the inn, Rook's going to be kind of like keeping our eyes out for like patrols and guards and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
See like how frequent they are, how big in numbers they are.
Hey Sin, this is you.
A perception for
13.
13. You are a native of Frohat. You know what that symbol means.
Okay.
The one said. It is to celebrate a festival called Melora's Eye.
Okay. Are there any other kind of other symbols that Arden might recognize?
It's very busy. The street is full of people. You don't. The part that you're in right now is just sort of like a large. It's quite narrow, but it's a long parade that weaves into the city. You see that there are sort of side roads that jet off either way from this place, from the main street. The rest of you stayed in the main street on one of the in one of the places here, one of the inns. However, these look like they're going to be packed. Nan, however, did not stay near the centre due to reasons, and managed to find a little place.
Nice.
So it's just
So-
following Nan.
What did you roll,
Okay, Maruk,
George?
Natural 20. It's 23.
you see the patrols are very well organised.
Mhm.
You see that they are on watch, but you also see that they are making a great deal of effort not to be imposing on the festival itself. You see that they are there just to sort of keep order while the festival's on, and to just to keep the peace, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be anyone actively searching or looking or anything like that.
Like even still, I'm just kind of gonna keep away from the guards as best I can.
Yeah, you turn your head away and pull your hood up
Mm.
tight around your head and keep tucking your ears in, making sure they're not sticking out from the,
Make me look as human as possible.
yeah.
Obviously, I'm 7 feet tall, so that's a little bit hard, but
You see all manner of people in this space. You see halflings, you see humans. One of the stranger things that you see with your perception of
23.
spy is you see a tall creature, yellow skin, dark black hair, very, very long, elongated features, and very tall, dressed in sort of quite flowing garments with long sleeves, some sort of maybe possibly religious garb.
do I know what kind of race this person is?
Make me a nature.
Tell me this is not Nasmar.
13?
You're quite well travelled, so you would recognise this as a Githzerai.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Never come across one before. But Rook has. Yes. I know what that is.
Yeah. Do you want me to give you some bit of blurb?
No, I know it from like looking at the character creation thing on Beyond, but yeah.
Cool. You see this kind of creature like talking, gesturing mostly. Not really. You don't see it utter any words or anything like that. You see there are orcish people, maybe half orcs, maybe some true orcs as well, that are like doing a lot of the butchering work. They're skewering up creatures and hanging them. There are a few elves, but not many down this way. They look quite out of place, like this amount of merriment. So they kind of look like the sort of high elves, rather than the wood elves. They look like maybe dignitaries and officials.
Okay.
That are kind of
Is
enjoying
it
the festival as well.
Axie?
Make a perception check.
10.
No tabaxi that you see.
I was going to ask whether there are any tieflings, but
You can make a perception if you like.
we're all looking for things.
I mean,
that look-
Muru could see if there were tabaxi, no? With his 23.
I'm not looking for them. I'm just looking for anyone of interest.
You see lots of people with, of different kins and creeds, and you notice that there is a stall with a sort of a purple sheet, like a purple drapes around it,
Mhm.
and there is sat at a small table that is set back within the darkness of this place. You see like a lot. You see light pink skin, but like not like human flesh, but it's that almost like day glow stuff. So you see, and then you see that there is a large horn that kind of comes round out of the top, but back round and almost underneath the chin.
Mhm.
But no hair, completely bald.
Cool.
And you assume that this is a tiefling.
Nyala, there are places where you can get what you're looking for, but perhaps we can go there after we have secured some rooms.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, the boys need rest, and we're pretty rested, us girl, because we wash and just take care of ourselves. But yeah, the boys look pretty tired, so we should
I can.
maybe just leave them here. They're gonna be safe. They know they're big boys. And we just go on and just visit the city, try to see if we can find something for them, for everyone. I need my herbs because, well, I am looking to, um, well, I want to have a familiar. Yeah,
Okay.
I know the spell, but yeah, this is why I asked for the incense and all the little things.
We will find that after we have secured our
But
rooms.
I need a brazier, a brass brazier,
Okay.
and I don't think there's a lot around here.
Okay, Sin.
As we're as Nan is leading us, can I see if we're passing by any like a jewelry store or a tailor?
Uh, as you're walking through, there are lots of different people selling lots of different things. This part looks like all part of this main street that you're on. Looks
Mhm.
like part of just basically this festival. This looks like a kind of central um, thread through the city, and then different parts shoot off either way to different quarters of the or sections of the city. And you look and you just see Nan kind of striding on ahead, knowing where she's going, and looking quite determined to get rest. Um, you have the choice to walk off on your own if you wish to, or you want to follow Nan ahead as the crowds
Uh,
are thick and moving.
I'll find an Nan.
Okay, you follow Nan through weaving streets, and eventually you end up at the inn that she suggested the Yak's Tongue, and the doors are open. This is in a quieter portion of the city, quite a way away from the main street, as it were.
All
And it
right.
is in the section of the town that you know as to be the kind of hospitality part of Kakanzak's, the kind of where there's lots of food shops and sort of places that just do food and specialize in different cuisines and things like that. It's very metropolitan area, kind of the town. There's smaller stalls, but the crowds here aren't so frivolous, aren't quite as loud and as kind of in the celebratory mood. They're the ones that have had a bit too much of the main time and have moved away to this area of the town. And there you enter into the tavern, and inside the Axe Tongue there is people sat by a fire. They are eating, drinking, and just hanging out and just being cool in general. And it's got quite a quiet atmosphere. There is a lute on stage next to a stool, but no one playing at the moment.
This the place.
Yes. Maybe the people that have bathed should do the talking. I'm gonna head up to the whoever the.
While you're doing that, I'm going to go and pick up the loot.
Okay. Smelly barbarian bugbear.
The loot.
And the loot.
Just because, fuck it, why not?
Cool.
Okay, so you walk over to the counter. There is no one at the counter at the current point. Maruk picks up this loot, which looks ridiculous in Maruk's hands, and claws, and you attempt to play something. The strings. Can you make a performance check and see if you can get a tune?
Oh, God. Natural 20.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
He's rocking it.
It
The
looks
two rolls that I don't need.
Stairway to Heaven.
It looks absolutely ridiculous in his hands, but Maruk, you start playing the lute, and something kind of triggers in your head, and
Uh-oh.
Well, Mama told me.
you start singing the rhyme
Simple man.
that you've heard before, and you start singing the smile that hides the fiery moor, keeping secrets behind closed teeth till unlocked is the door. Sky did fall and things did crawl, black the other side of the ball. Charred and ashen warped things of peculiar fashion, hold them back with towels we did, but still they snicked and slid. Go to bed, young ones, and shut those eyes tight, for nothing is more frightful than the fire burning in the forever night.
Jesus.
Brooke's got problems.
What problems?
And
Problems in me for sure.
this goes round a couple of times with varying chord progressions upon the lute, and it is of melancholy, but also has that kind of that childlike rhyme to it, and some of the patrons turn their heads and nod as if recollecting something from long ago, and that's where we'll end the session for today.
I cast Thaumaturgy to be an amplifier. No.
It just becomes an electric